The medical bay of the Terran Exodus hummed with its usual sterile efficiency, but something was wrong. Nira sat on the examination table, her shoulders hunched inward, making herself smaller than her already petite frame suggested. The ship's doctor had finished his scan and left, muttering something about filing a report. "I'm fine," she whispered, not meeting anyone's eyes. Thane stood in the doorway, all 7 feet of scaled muscle and predatory grace. The Kevtar warrior had served alongside humans for 3 years now, ever since the Alliance formed, but he'd never quite understood them. They were soft, fragile things. Their skin broke easily, their bones fractured under impacts that would barely bruise his kind. Yet they'd somehow clawed their way to the stars and demanded respect from species that had mastered interstellar travel before humans discovered fire. But this made even less sense. "You are not fine," Thane said, his translator rendering his clicks and growls into flat, emotionless standard. The scanner detected 4 fractured ribs, extensive bruising across your torso and arms, and a concussion. "You were injured during the supply run on Station Meridian." Nira finally looked up, and Thane saw something that made his predator instincts sharpen: fear. Not of her injuries, fear of telling. "It was an accident," she said. "I fell. The gravity plating was malfunctioning." Thane's inner eyelids flickered, a Kevtar expression of deep skepticism. He'd reviewed the station specs. The gravity had been functioning perfectly. "Nira, I said I'm fine." Her voice cracked and she turned away. "Please, Thane, just let it go." Every instinct told him to push harder, but humans were strange about their social hierarchies and protocols. So Thane did what humans had taught him. He adapted. He left the medical bay and went hunting for answers. The rec room of the Terran Exodus was unusually crowded that evening. Word had spread. Thane entered to find Lieutenant Chen, Sergeant Okoye, and Private Jackson clustered around a holo display, their faces set in expressions he'd learned to recognize: grim determination. "You heard?" Chen said. "It wasn't a question." "She said she fell," Thane replied. "She's lying." Jackson's jaw was tight. "And we know who did it." Okoye pulled up security footage from Station Meridian. The images were grainy, taken from a poorly angled camera in a service corridor, but clear enough. Nira carrying supply crates. A Vorkai trader, a species known for their strength and their contempt for weaker races, blocking her path. An argument. Then the Vorkai's massive hand shooting out, grabbing her, throwing her against the bulkhead like a discarded rag. Thane's claws extended involuntarily, scoring marks in the table's surface. "His name is Kravex," Chen continued. "He's still on the station in the trade district. Apparently Nira tried to report him to station security, but they dismissed it, said it was a cultural misunderstanding." "Cultural misunderstanding," Jackson repeated, his voice dripping with venom. "He assaulted a member of Alliance military personnel and they called it a misunderstanding." Thane understood now. This was what humans called protective instinct. He'd read about it in the xenopsychology files, how humans formed what they called pack bonds with their unit members, treating them like family. The files had mentioned something else too. Humans were persistence predators and they never ever forgot when someone harmed their pack. "What are you planning?" Thane asked. Chen looked at him steadily. "Officially nothing. Command won't authorize action against a civilian on an independent station for something Nira won't formally report." "And unofficially?" Okoye smiled, and Thane was reminded that humans had more teeth than most species realized. "Unofficially, we're going on shore leave. Meridian Station has some wonderful cultural districts we'd like to explore." "I see." Thane's translator couldn't quite capture the satisfied rumble in his chest. "I believe I would also enjoy some shore leave." They found Kravex in a trading post lounging among his wares, a half-dozen security drones hovering nearby. The Vorkai was massive, easily matching Thane's size, with 4 arms and skin like livingstone. Chen approached first, small and unassuming. "Kravex, we'd like to talk about an incident involving one of our crew." The Vorkai laughed, a sound like grinding gravel. "The little human female? She was in my way. I moved her." "What of it?" "She has 4 broken ribs," Jackson said quietly. Kravex shrugged, his massive shoulders rolling. "Then she should have moved faster. Your kind is weak. Perhaps you should stay on your ships where you're safe." Thane watched the humans exchange glances. To an outside observer, they might have seemed to be backing down. accepting the insult. But Thane had learned to read the minute shifts in human body language, the way Jackson's weight settled on the balls of his feet, how Okoye's breathing slowed and deepened, the deadly calm that settled over Chen's features. "You're right," Chen said. "We are weaker than you, smaller, more fragile. Then you understand. But we don't quit." Chen's smile was terrifying. "Ever. You see, humans have this thing we do when someone hurts our family. We call it being persistent." What happened next? Thane would later describe in his report as a spontaneous multi-species cultural exchange that resulted in unexpected equipment malfunctions. The security drones mysteriously shut down. Jackson had always been good with electronics. The station's surveillance in that sector experienced a brief tragic failure, Okoye's specialty. And Kravix learned that while humans might be individually weaker, they never, ever fought alone. When station security arrived, purely by coincidence, they found Kravix with several cracked dermal plates, 2 broken arms, and a newfound respect for weak species. The human crew were simply examining local trade goods, as innocent as newborns. Back on the Terran Exodus, Nira found Thane in the observation deck. "I heard what happened on the station," she said quietly. "Did you?" "I heard nothing of note occurred." She smiled just a little. "Thank you. All of you." "We are a pack," Thane said, using the human word deliberately. "And you whispered that you were fine. But we tracked down the truth anyway. It is what packs do." Nira's eyes glistened with moisture, that strange human response to strong emotion. "We're not cubs, you know." Thane's translator managed to capture his amused tone. "No. But perhaps we all need someone to hunt for us sometimes." She nodded, and together they watched the stars stream past, a pack of predators traveling through the endless dark, protecting their own.